Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Dredge. We made a pretty good headway the last time that we had been playing this, and we're going to see how much further we can get. We have some weird thing that's out in the water that's making really scary noises. So, that's going to be fun to contend with. So, why don't we hop on into the game, shall we? And we'll see just what it has in store for us today. Okay? Let's see what our cabin says here. We've got sustainable fishing, rods and reels. Those are the books that we've already read. Our pursuits. So we did all the caught to order. We need to find a place to rest. We were looking for that last time, but we didn't encounter that. We did encounter a gentleman that was stranded on one of the islands nearby, and then we're also looking for relics. So we had found at least the key relic there, but aside from that, we have not encountered anything else. So now we can move very, very quickly, but at the cost of potentially damaging our boat quite badly if we are not careful. Here's the thing. I'm going to put these crab pots out. Do they have to be... Can they be anywhere? Yeah, okay. They could just be out in the deep. I thought they had to be in the shoreline. We're going way deep here. Ooh, there's a dock. Oh, is that maybe where we have to drop off the stuff? Maybe that's where we have to drop off that the plank and stuff like that. Okay, so if we dock here, I'm just checking to see if we can rest. Okay, so the material pile, this is the island where the builder wants materials delivered. Oh, look, there's materials right here. There's a bunch of them, actually. So why don't we see if we can find some stuff. We got a bolt of cloth. Let's dredge again. Bam. Okay, so we got 2 bolts of cloth out of that one. It's pretty late at night here, but we might be able to grab at least one of these planks from here. This might be the only plank that I get, though. Alright, we got all the planks that we can. Okay, material pile. You're going to get a plank and a plank. And then in the meantime, we're gonna rest until morning. Now, again, I know that we're probably going to have to get to a point where we're going to have to do stuff at night, but I'm not feeling quite ready for that yet. Okay, there's another ship. There's a shipwreck out here that has the potential to have some gears and stuff like that, I think, probably. So, ooh, okay, no, maybe some valuables, though. And, oh, we found a random cup. Large goblet covered in what appears to be a thin veneer of gold leaf. Okay, so we have to be very careful because we've made the mistake of perhaps giving away some quest items we might not have meant to do in the past. Ah, okay, so this really has the potential for us to have the gear parts that we need. Got one. Please let there be another one. And bam, we got... Okay, we have the potential for doing one more, do we? I swear there's got to be a way for me to arrange these things here. I mean, maybe... Oh, yeah, we can. Okay, we can. Alright, I'm going to dredge for one more because I feel like there can't be any harm in having more. You delivered all the necessary materials. You should let the builder know. What my plan is I'm going to go try to grab at least one more material out of this little shipwreck here, because, I mean, I'd be silly not to do that. And then maybe we'll stay overnight and then head back to the town proper to see if we can get her over here. What are you? What are you guys? Are you groupers? I think you're groupers. Okay, I could grab one of you. There we go. Rest of your buddies, they get to remain. Unfortunately, the one unlucky soul that I grabbed, well, it's coming with me, I guess. Ooh, but you might be one of the weird fish. Okay, we got this mackerel. I don't really know if I want that. Let's try it again. Nope. You're normal. You're weird. What are you? Corrupted scales and bulbous eyes, like nothing you've ever seen before. I hate to be that mean, but the mackerel kind of looks like it's good. At the dry dock, we can put some stuff in, right? So we can put you there. Now, the hull, the new hull, we can't do anything with until we put those planks into place. So we'll just store those metal scraps for now. And we'll put some more bolts of cloth in there. Ooh, improved trawl net. So that lasts for 2 days. Higher quality mesh allows net to hold more and last longer than its basic counterpart, while still being a great option for passive income. So it would be nice to have some passive income. I do like the idea of deep sea fishing, but it might be a better choice to have a net. As much as I want to, we're gonna spend it on the improved outboard engine. Now, do we get the opportunity to talk to... Yes, the builder. You've done it? Well, no sense in wasting time. Let's get moving. Okay, so that's what I thought was going to end up happening, is that we're going to have to transport her. Good riddance to you, Greater Morrow. Onward... I'm onward bound. What I'm going to do... is I'm going to go to the shipwright. We're going to uninstall this. We'll sell that. And then we're going to pick up an improved outboard engine. That's going to be 2 hours now. Are we going to get absolutely screwed on the way out to delivering her? Maybe. Very distinct possibility, but we're going to try to make it anyway. All right, let me catch a weird fish. Ah, we did get it. Okay. The voltaic grouper. An unknown green energy arcs and crackles over this fish's scales. It thrashes ceaselessly, even hours after being pulled from the water. Yes, this'll do. Thank you, fella. Give me a short while to get things built here. You're welcome back anytime. She reaches into her toolbox and pulls out a handful of components. Take these. Always good to have on hand. Oh, okay. More research stuff. Right, so we can research stuff right now. Now, this catches all sorts of fishies. Engines, we can do improved engines. We could do the refined outboard engine right now, but we don't have enough. Oh, we do have enough spaces in our vessel. We did upgrade our stuff. Am I okay? Okay. I don't like any of that's happening right now. I am not a fan of any of that. Okay, so we have the hardy crab pot and the efficient crab pot. Be more effective at catching creatures. We also have the large crab pot. More space. Efficient design allows the pot to hold more before it needs emptying. What if we do the improved trawl net? We could do an improved trawl net. And then... You know, I like the idea of, like, upgrading that. So I'm going to upgrade the engine, and then we'll work on pots in a little while. Okay. We just heard horrible things from the abyss. We're fine, though. Everything's great. Sure, it's entirely normal. Those look like sailfish. Okay, we need to really figure out how to arrange this. We're just taking a look out in the deep sea here, seeing if there's any sort of fishies. I'm really nervous to encounter something really big out here, though. Ooh! Dolphins! Hello! Hi! That's cute! So, while we am going back to town, we'll shore ourselves up. We'll go to the fishmonger. $160 is nothing to sniff at. Now let's go to the shipwright. We can uninstall that, but then we have to get $300. So why don't we try to get some fish while we're here today? Oh, trophy cot. Put our crab pots out, or put our one crab pot out at least. And oh, we do have some crab pots out here. Okay, pick up. Okay, we'll pick you up as well. Now, let's head back to town. I don't know why I said it that way. To town. And what do we have here? Ooh, some squid. Am I gonna have enough for... I could get 2 squid. Oh, a snag squid. This is a new one. Tasting tongues writhing wildly around sets of yellowed, crooked teeth. Top row are flattened like human molars. I kind of hate that description. I mean, it doesn't even look that great. It's looking pretty terrifying, if I'm being honest. Got a lot of fishies to sell. Let's go to our fishmonger, and we'll sell all of our fish for $130. So we do have enough now. So we can uninstall you, and then we could store you. We'll go to the shipwright, and we'll put in an improved trawl net. And so then if I put that just out, so now it's just going to catch fish for us. All right, let us go. The builder. Hey, thanks again for helping me move out here. I've managed to get myself set up now. I found this while unpacking. You should take it. She hands you a book. The cover is dusty, but in otherwise good condition. If you ever need to use the dock or store stuff here, be my guest. Okay, so now we could store stuff, which is excellent. You gave me a new book, The Engineer's Companion. All right, well, let's select that as reading. We're still just exploring around. It's a boat. You pull up alongside a boat at anchor. There are signs of life on board, but nobody is there to greet you. Almost immediately, a small slot in the door slots open. A pair of frantic eyes peer out at you. Who goes there? A fisherman. What do you want? I'm just checking to see if you're okay. Do I seem okay? No, I'm very much not okay. I'm supposed to be delivering this package to Little Marrow, but I'm being stalked. A huge leviathan lurks in these deep waters. I've seen it. It hung in the water, its gaping mouth just below the boat. It would have swallowed this vessel whole if it had not bolted for the shallows. I'm not going any further into this accursed island chain. I could deliver the package to Little Marrow for you. You would? Well, that would work, I guess. Address the dock worker at Little Marrow. It's damp and very sticky. Pushes a lumpy brown package through the door hole. Squelches slightly as you take it into your hands. Dark fluid oozes from one corner. Thank you, stranger. This is bound for the dock worker at Little Marrow. I'm not sure what's inside, but listen. I know this sounds crazy, but sometimes I think I could hear the faintest whispers coming from it. Now, I'm not supposed to be transporting live goods. I don't have the equipment for it, so just be careful with this thing, whatever it is. Here, why don't you take this, too? Again, an item emerges from the door hole. This time, a book is pushed through and thuds under the deck below. You pick it up. I'll be on my way whenever the coast is clear. Safe travels. Oh. What are you? Tentacles sprout from a glowing core inside a gelatinous sack. Other cores lay dormant alongside. See, yeah, none of those. I don't like any of those. We're not liking those. We don't like that. Yeah, I've got a package for you. A delivery, eh? Ah, it's a big one. Let me see. Takes a large package and examines it gently with his hands. He lifts it into one ear and listens for a while. He seems satisfied. Much appreciated, friend. Now, if you'll excuse me, wish me luck. Turns and hurries off down the dock without another word to you. Or compensation. Should I be worried about him? Is he gonna be okay? I'm afraid to sell anything to the trader now because I had that one mission where I sold the one item I should have hung on to. Okay. We've got all sorts of horrible mutant fish. Hooray! Let us take a look at the fishmonger and sell all of our fishies. How do I get in there? There's gotta be a way to get in you. Let me in. Let me know your secrets. Ooh, wait. It's. Okay. Stick to the shallows, so I don't die. Stick to the shallows. You like my song? Stick to the shallows, so I don't die. Oh, little boy. Boop. One of my favorite pastimes, genuinely, is finding games on Steam that are new and free and halfway decent. Like, I just recently played The Flayed Man, which my full playthrough of that is on my YouTube, and it was great. It was a really interesting point-and-click adventure, and it was completely free. Now, it did give you the option to purchase a supporter pack to help the studio develop future games, and I like that idea. Like, I like people putting out... I feel like that's the purpose of early access. They put out stuff to prove their ability to make things, and then we could say, hey, you know what? I really like what you're doing. Here's more money to fund your next project. That's, I think, what the purpose of it is. But unfortunately, I feel like a lot of companies just, even like small developers, take advantage of that, and some of them try to make a quick buck, you know? And that don't sit so good with me. Give me the fishes, give me the fishes. The weird mutant fishes, please. Oh, why do they get so much worse? Why is every fish I'm getting just worse than the last one? What are we saying about this thing? A writhing mass of lumps twisting and pulling their way under the scales of their vessel. How long can it have lived like this? Okay, getting... Oh. I think we've encountered this before. A couple of rock jets from the water bearing crude symbols of a curved fish. At its base, a rough shape has been chiseled away. Yep, yep. Oh, whoops. I know how to puzzle pieces in. Uh-oh. Well, now how do you want me to do that, game? Game? Ah, okay. So we're gonna have to get one more eventually. Feel like that's probably not a good idea right now, though. Because we are going to die. You know, the game's saying if he dies, he dies. Which at this point I feel like is distinct possibility, you know? Going to potentially die, have a nice time. Holy shit, that scared the shit out of me. Do not like that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's find out what that is, because I don't like that. Teal tumors secrete a slimy substance over cracks and joints. Its massive claw shudders as it fights for control. So if we sell this improved outboard engine, and then we install this one, we're going to be in a pretty good shape, I think. So let's sell you, and then buy you. Perfect. Look at that. We're gonna be so well off with all this super powerful engine stuff. Oh, you can feel the difference. Holy Lord, you really can. We are speeding with this new engine. I'm really loving that. Hey, wait, something. No. Hey, cool. The planks I've been looking for. The dry dock, we needed to put 2 planks in. And we could purchase that upgrade for 50 smackaroonies. So we got another light space, and now the new hull costs 500? Okay. Oh, shipwright. Yeah, we need to repair $45. 45 bucks. Because I slowly drifted into the... Oh. I just gently tapped the shore. I gently tapped. Like the faintest whisper of like a... I wonder how that other little boatman did. Like, little boatman out there that was, like, terrified. Because he thought that the big Leviathan was going to kill him. So we could sell this and pick up one of the big boys. Ah, that is much better, though. Okay, I think that's all I could... It's like 1 in the morning. It is so... Twice! 2 times! Please stop making... I don't like the sound every time! You don't have to make the sound every time! Did you know that you have this twisted, horrible creature on your ship? Yes, I did. Thank you. Appreciate you reminding me every single time. We're gonna have to try to avoid open water, because abyssal horrors are gonna be coming out of the woodwork, and I'm not really equipped to fish for them. This has been a really intriguing... Do you like how I immediately turned to try to, like, run into that rock? So, new hull needs 4 planks and also refined metal, which I have no idea where to find that. You approach a hooded figure, swathed in dark blue robes, their faces barely visible. Fishermen, please help. You can barely hear their rasping whisper above the waves. Fulfill the hunger. The hooded figure unfurls an old paper scroll. They point to a shape shown at the top. It appears to be a blue mackerel. Okay, I don't have... I need just a mackerel. You want a mackerel? Holy mackerel. Mackerel. With expert precision, they plunge their hands through the gullet of the fish and tear out the heart. They stuff it into their mouth unceremoniously. More, still empty. They point to another shape at a second scroll. This one looks like a tiger... A tiger mackerel? I don't think I've ever gotten a tiger mackerel. Ooh. Stuff. Wreck familiar-looking hull. It's almost identical to the ship given to you by the mayor, except this one has a huge breach in one side. You're tied up along the old wreck. Look in the cabin. You're in the cabin. Try to find a loose floorboard. There aren't even floorboards left. You're in the cabin. Alright, how about look at the cupboards and drawers? Completely and methodically emptied. All the drawers are missing. How about to check the overhead electrical equipment? The equipment is all still there, though surely exposure to the elements has fried the internals. You angle the overhead radio down to get a closer look. A note slips off. You put it into your pocket to read later. Okay, let's go back. Let's check out the cargo. Peek through the cargo. Got a basic fishing pole, which don't really need. Weak valve engine. Well, a more powerful engine isn't going to hurt, right? Oh boy! Oh no! Oh no! 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 That's a water spout. We don't want that. I almost went right into that. Did you see that? It was stupid of me. What is it? Do you need help with anything? I've been trying to prepare a special meal for my partner, but I've been having some issues. Around here, we consider aged conger eels to be a particular delicacy. You may say they're rotting, but they're delicious if prepared correctly. Normally, we bury them in the ground and allow them to mature, but our dog keeps digging them up and eating them. I can't raise the subject without spoiling the surprise. Can you bring me an aged conger eel? Sure. Thank you. You'll be decently compensated. Anything else? Yeah, where can I capture them? Yes, they can be tricky to find. I'm told they inhabit the holes and burrows within the cliffs themselves. I imagine they've been fished out around the edges, so you may have to venture into the passageways of the cliff to find them. Oh, and did I mention that they only come out at night? Yes, I believe they hide during the day. Good luck. Anything else? Yeah, what can you tell me about the cliffs? Many years ago, the cliffs used to be a haven for smugglers and pirates. Hey, legend tells of two pirate lords who used to gale cliffs as their hideout. Supposedly, they got into some disagreement and a huge battle was fought around the south side of the cliffs. There certainly are a large number of wrecks in that area. Both sides were completely destroyed, their treasure hoards left abandoned and unclaimed to this day. I dare say they're worth a lot, if anyone knew where to find them. Anything else? Do you know of any odd characters? Have you heard of the tale of Margaret? He was an old whaler from these parts. As the whales got more scarce, the crews spent longer and longer at sea trying to find them. Margaret, it seems, wasn't cut out for this. He formed an unnatural attachment to a scroll he found on one of those trips. Says the scroll told him how to become immortal by eating mutated fish. People started calling him Margaret the Fishman. Oh, so that's who that man is. He's determined to become immortal. One day, the town awoke to find all the boats, nets, and lines had been slashed in the night, and old Margaret was nowhere to be found, nor has he been seen since. Anything else? We catch our fish ourselves here, so we don't have much need for buying any, but there's a merchant that travels around. She's usually anchored across the bay. She buys and sells almost anything, and she does repairs, too. Okay, good to know. So nothing there. Retired whaler. What is it? Are there any shipwrecks around here? Yeah, I should probably ask that. The real wreck around here is the settlement at Gale Cliffs. My brother ditched us and moved on over to the cliffs years ago. I suspect he's regretting his decision now, the devil. Now, but have you heard anything about strange things in the area? Some time ago, just after the last whale was brought in, there was a sudden exodus from Gale Cliffs. Dozens of ships sailed past, packing up and hurrying away north as fast as they could. They were waving and shouting at us from their boats, but we couldn't make it out. Never did see or hear from them since. Okay, what can you tell me about Ingfell? Ingfell used to be a whaling town, emphasis on the used to be. We would go out, bring in a carcass, and then the rest of the town would get to work. But the whales got scarce some 20 years ago, and now look at us, barely scraping by for a new candle. And we got a deep to sky to deep to sky deep forever. Casket seal broken fog core, 5 equals rise. He knows. Well, that's ominous. Oh, I got a black sea bass. Ahoy there, new face. A fisherman, I take it? Perfect. Well, we should get along like a house on fire. I'm a traveler and a merchant, all rolled into one. If you have any fish to sell, I'll take them on board and sell them at the next town I come across. Likewise, I haul a small cargo of equipment between places. You're welcome to peruse the stock and see if there's anything that takes your fancy. Come and see me when you're ready to trade. The actual instrument you're hearing in the background, if you did not know, is called a concertina. Say, have you met the photographer? She stopped by my pontoon a while back. She's loaded with the fancy camera equipment to take pictures of all the wildlife. She sighs wistfully. I wish I had my own camera. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to document everything you do? You'd never forget anything. Anyway, she said she's setting up a small island to the south of the Marrows. If you're in the area, maybe you should check on her. And then, you know what? We can also sell this one, and 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 this one. And then you know what? We'll also sell this one. That we won't sell. Yeah, it sounds like an accordion. A concertina is like if you ever see, they call them squeeze boxes a lot. So they have like they're hexagon shaped and they're smaller. They're like very, very, very small and handheld, and they have like a very sing-songy. They have a very particular sound, and so a lot of the times on ships they would use concertinas because they were easier to transport than a full-size accordion. Do you need help with anything? Assistance from an angler? Absolutely. I've been trying to collect records of where each species of fish is located. Figured out most of them in my travels so far, but there are a few I haven't been able to track down. Reckon you could share your info with me? Sure, I can help with that. Great! The fish I've left to track down are oarfish, gulper eel, Goliath tigerfish, and coelacanth. I know a little bit about each species already, so maybe I can point you in the right direction. What did you want to know? Well, I know all of these... I know all of these fish. I have such an affinity for a concertina. I've never played one. I don't own one. But the gentleman I know that, unfortunately, he had recently passed away. He had a concertina. He had a conservatory, a music room, built onto his house. And I remember seeing a concertina in the corner, and I had no idea what it was at the time. And I'm like, what is that instrument? And he just goes over to it, and he picks it up. He gives me not only the history of concertinas, but he also gives the history of that concertina, where it was built and how it was built. And then at the same time, he's literally playing this like little jaunty tune, like this little like sea shanty on this concertina. And I was just enamored with it. I thought it was so cute and cool. And so ever since then, I've always really liked the concertina for what it is. So tell me about the oarfish. Given that the oarfish is a long and fragile body, I suspect they live in a reasonably deep but calm water. Maybe the shelter of the Gale Cliffs would suit them. How about gulper eels? I know that gulper eels live at the deepest depths imaginable. You'll have to get some specialist gear to catch one of those. How about the Goliath tigerfish? These guys are legitimately scary. They hunt in murky, swampy waters using a shade of trees as cover. Okay, how about then the coelacanths? Actually, I have no idea where coelacanths might be, but they are primordial feel to them, don't you think? They are actually a primitive fish. Apparently, they are a fish that has basically remained unchanged, kind of like sharks, since way, way, way in the past. Like basically during dinosaur times. They were thought long to be extinct until they, weirdly enough, I think they actually found one in the Great Lakes. They had found one in the very deep depths of Lake Superior. Well, there's Ingfeld just across the bay, which is a dreary little whaling town. The folks are always in need of something, which keeps me in business. The residents are always talking about the cliffs. Most seem afraid. Frankly, I'm not sure where they stay. Occasionally, they hear deep rumblings from within the rocks. I don't hang around here for long. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Well, that's reassuring. Great. Are you always out on the water? Yeah, always. I like to keep moving along. My merchanting is secondary to the traveling. Really, I'm more of a merchanting traveler. I also get to see a lot of places, which is nice. I also get to meet a lot of people, which is also only sometimes nice. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? Ever see strange things out at sea? Strange things? Plenty, but I try not to dwell on them. You could go crazy, you know? But hey, if you see strange things, maybe you're not seeing them the right way. Maybe they're not so strange after all. Or perhaps they are, and they're incredibly dangerous. Better not risk it. I like her. I like the traveling merchant. She like, her attitude is just, like, so boisterous, so springy. I like that. So, let me depart you for a second. Let me make sure our net still has the good fish. All right, so we're looking for some dude somewhere that direction, I think. Okay, so tiger mackerel. You better be good. Okay. There you go. Again, they rip the flesh of the fish, drawing out its heart. It's consumed as quickly as the first. Almost fulfilled. Point to a fish on the final scroll. This one's a snake mackerel. I have not encountered that. No idea what that is. I want to remain largely uneaten. Yeah, see, I'm near some dolphins. You don't want to attack a guy that's near some dolphins. You ever notice they always have to have that in, like, every fishing game? They gotta be, like, really dramatic, like, the devil's spine. Would you look at the devil's spine? So, near where I had, there's two places. One is called the Giant's Despair. The other one, they had what was called the Devil's Hairpin. Holy no! No! Nope! No! No! I hated everything about that. I really didn't like that. That was, wow. Okay, okie dokies. Wow. We're heading... Oh, and I damaged my engine again. I'm in rough shape right now. Research. What can we research here? We could do... We've got the refined outboard engine. We've also got the twin prop engine, but we don't have enough real space for that. Not a big fan. Jet-driven engine. A relatively new design. This unit propels water through the system more efficiently than outboard propeller setups. I mean, so theoretically, so if we had two of those, that would be equivalent to 18, so it would be more efficient, but that's a lot of research. There's a lot of research to sink into that. But we could do large crab pot. Man, this trawling is actually working out really, really well. Like, I'm catching just, like, a bunch of random fish that I did never caught before. Oh, what is this little place? An old man emerges from one of the nearby broken buildings and hobbles towards you.
Greetings. I don't get many visitors around here. What is it you need?
Yeah, this place doesn't seem particularly safe. Why do you live here?
I've been stubbornly holding out here for quite some time, truth be told. I've been reconsidering my position lately. I've been happy here for so long. My wife and I had such a beautiful life. Until the collapse. Now I'm alone, cut off by land and sea, left only with these trembling rocks on all sides.
I could help you move to Ingfell.
It's not that simple. My brother would never. You see, I used to live in Ingfell with my brother. He was a whaler back in the day. Things were bad. We fought a lot. Mostly about how our parents' inheritance should be divided. We were in the prime foolishness of our youth. When my wife and I decided to move here, I took the family crest. I stole it from him. Now, after all this time, I can't return without it.
Where is it?
That's where the problem lies. After the collapse, that creature, it dragged debris from the houses down into its wretched burrows. The crest went down with it. It's a lost cause, I know, but if you were to find it, it's a large whalebone crest. It would mean the world to me.
All right, I will look for it.
Thank you, but please be careful.
Do you know how I could clear the debris around here?
You probably need some explosives to shift those rocks. My brother at Ingfell used to make explosives. For the whaling operations, you see, nasty stuff. But with the whales all gone, I can't imagine he's still in business.
Okay, do you know of any shipwrecks?
Someone that used to live here kept their ship moored at the base of the cliff until it was struck by some falling rocks and sunk to the bottom. They were devastated at the loss. We all were. It was a beautiful boat, decorated with all manner of memorabilia from the travels. At low tide, I could see what's left of the masthead, poking through the waves.
Okay, what's happening to these cliffs?
They're being consumed from the core by that hateful serpent. Have you seen it?
Yeah. Yes. I have. Not happy about it, but I have seen it.
Nobody believed me, not until it started devouring our foundations, opening chasms beneath our homes. It was nightmarish, waking in the night at the sound of creatures slithering somewhere underneath. It seems to have turned its attention elsewhere, but not before it took everything from me.
Tell me more about the creature that lives in the cliffs.
It's been burrowing tunnels through the base of the cliffs. You can see gigantic holes it leaves just below the surface. As it forces its way out, it often causes rock falls. So if you plan on going in there, keep an ear out. Should it catch sight of you, well, you should be able to outrun it. It's quite slow, provided you can navigate the passageways.
Oh man. This whole area has become far more intense than I had expected it to be. Because, I mean, we're gonna have to contend with this giant monster that's hanging around here. And I don't know if I'm emotionally ready for that. Oh, decaying blackmouth. Okay, so that's new. It doesn't look as horrific as the other fish that we've been catching. A shimmering blackness permeates the flesh of this relentless fish. Muscles atrophied and decaying, but still it swims on. All right, let's sell all these bad boys.
So close. There's a what? It's 400.
I have $493. You can't see it, but I have $493. Okay, we have enough to buy from the shipyard, buy our refined metal. I hate having to spend the money to do that, but we should be able to put that in. So now we just need $500 to purchase the actual upgrade, which gets me a tier 2 hull, which I'm assuming gives me more damage resistance, and 5 new cargo spaces. That would be fabulous. Yeah, I'm really not looking forward to having to deal with that serpent. Oh, I got a gnashing perch. Eyeless and mindless, driven only by the desire to consume, a purpose satiated many times over. So maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we can go here and see if we can get in and out before we die. You missed. Alright, so he really doesn't like me being here. Is this where yeah, this is where I'm looking for this thing. Family crest. Excellent. Okay, I got the family crest. There's a lot of wreckages here. There's a lot of stuff. Oh boy. Is he mad? Is he coming after me? I think he's coming after me. I genuinely did not expect it to come after me here. That thing is intense, man. It's a very intense thing to have to contend with. Oh, I want you to have this. Art of the Silver Tongue. It takes a book from a nearby shelf and hands it to you. Flicking through it, you see page corners turned in and handwritten notes in the margins. Okay, well, we could sell all these bad boys, so at least we got a couple extra dollars. So we're gonna zip on over to that gentleman on the inlet there, and we will give him his family crest, which will hopefully unlock things with his brother, giving me explosives and allowing me to explore a little bit more in these caves, but really not looking forward to having I mean, if anything, we have to get that spot. We have to get that thing.
Hello again, what can I do for you?
Is this your family crest?
You've found it! I never thought I'd see this beauty again. But now, I have a further favor to ask. Would you take this to my brother at Ingfell? Tell him his brother is sorry, and I would like to come home.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna go over to Ingfell, turn in that quest.
What is it?
I heard you used to make explosives.
Aye, I did. Sometimes the carcasses needed breaking up. Wasn't the most efficient or the most pleasant, but it got the job done. I've been thinking about getting back into it. Might be able to rustle up something strong enough to clear those debris piles on the cliffs. But I'm not sure. I don't have the energy these days. I'd have a use for some explosives like that. Alright, I'll think on it some more, but I make no promises.
Anything else? I believe this crest is yours.
Gods, I haven't seen this since... So he did take it. I knew it.
Your brother's sorry.
I don't know if I was in the right state when he left. Okay, fine. He can stay in my old workshop, at least for the time being. But I need some time to clear it out. While I'm doing that, perhaps you can do something for me. See, I've been trying to clear some debris in the pathways through the cliffs to make a shortcut with explosives. I was able to set a charge, but the cliffs seemed particularly unsteady that day, so I didn't risk detonating it. Just need to get in there and set it off. It's not far in. Left some yellow flags nearby. You can't miss it.
Okay, where did you say they were? Head through the rock to the southeast. Follow the channel, and you'll see the yellow flags on the right. Alright, so he wants me to go in here. This is gonna be a death-defying sort of thing. Because this thing is grumpy with me. It really is a jerk. Thanks. I appreciate you letting me have my ship damaged. Now I can head over to the whaler and let him know that we did actually explode that thing. Maybe that'll lead to a way for us to get rid of that giant serpent. That would make life a lot easier.
You done it. We heard the blast from here. Gods, the echo. Surprised the cliffs didn't come down on your head. Got things ready here. Go and tell my brother that he can come home.
So let's go talk to the bro.
There's a lot of back and forth going on right now
until we can, sort everything out.
Hello again, what can I do for you?
Your brother forgives you. He's found you a place to stay.
He does, that's a huge weight off my chest. One so old I hardly remembered it was there. Right, well, I'm packed and ready to go.
Alright. The hermit climbs aboard with all of his belongings. Let's depart. We'll get you home before you know it. Oh, I got a bearded mackerel. That's a new thing. Can I see what that is? The wispy tendrils sprouting from its mouth and flanks continue to writhe long after the fish has stopped flailing. Bink.
Well, here we are.
The hermit notices the old whaler standing on the dock, waiting for him.
Little brother, you're home.
I'm so sorry. I was so foolish.
We both were. Come on inside. Let's get your bags.
Two brothers walk away down the dock. One of them pauses for a moment and turns back to you.
Oh, stranger, if you find any more debris that needs clearing, I'm working on making some more packed explosives. Come by the old whaling yards anytime.
Here, this is on the house for all your help. So we have some packed explosives. Hollowed out whale teeth packed with a powdery substance. A fuse coils up from the top. Alright, so
I hope you can put them to good use wherever you find cause for it.
So they're $40. That's actually not too bad. I thought they would be more expensive than that, but let's go blow up that wall. Pile of loose debris could be cleared to make a shortcut. Set the charge and light the fuse. Boom. Debris crumbles away. And we got it. We got the relic. A large oak box with a rusted hand crank on the side. It emits a low rhythmic chime as it rocks with the waves. We won't be able to make it back today. Tomorrow we can bolt back to our lovely friend at Blackstone Isle, which is across the way. In the meantime, why don't we we can maybe fish a little bit, just so we can stock up. Well, that's all the stocking I can do with that particular kind of fish. Ooh, we can get a twisted fish. That's what I'm looking for.
Ah, so you've returned. Wasn't sure you were coming back.
You drag the massive music box into the room, gouging the wooden floorboards beneath it. The collector doesn't seem to mind. He's focused on the box.
You found this at the cliffs, didn't you?
Yes.
Ah, excellent. This should make future return journeys a little more swift. Allow me.
Selects one of the silver ribbons trailing from the crimson-bound book, opening it to some unseen page. Turning the catch to dim light, he whispers the words on the page. After a few seconds, you feel your stomach drop suddenly, as though thrown by a high wave. He closes the book and turns his attention back to you.
Now, there are yet more relics to find. Keep looking.
So I could return instantly there.
The reef at Stellar Basin may have caught and accumulated some wreckage. Search around that area. I'll mark a location on your map where you can begin your search. Anything else?
The words you read from the book. Okay.
Book holds power from the deep. I merely extended its powers to you.
So, manifest.
Use of these words will induce a trance-like state. While in this state, time will pass in the blink of an eye. When it is over, you will find yourself here. As always, I caution against overusing this. Selectively and strategically utilize it when you need it most.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Why, collecting them, of course. An investment for times to come.
About why can't you search for them yourself?
The ocean no longer wishes to cooperate. As the waves are unsafe for me, you will be my surrogate.
Take a look at these trinkets.
Do not bother me with common clutter. I hear that the trader in Little Morrow deals with such trivialities. Anything else?
I'll be going for now. Oh, okay. A cyclopean flounder. And what do you have to say? Sprawling jellied mass spills from a single eye socket. What appears to be a dark pupil is in fact the center of an egg. Okay, that's some Resident Evil nonsense we got going on there. That's the next Resident Evil game, in case you didn't know. Resident Evil nonsense. The dockwork. Sir? The dock worker is standing motionless at the end of the dock, staring down at the water. He seems paralyzed by fear at what he sees. What's wrong? He stares ahead in silence. You stand with him for a while. Occasionally, a tremor shakes his body, and his breathing becomes labored. He seems unable to respond. Clenching his fists, eyes shut tight with the effort. A tear rolls down his cheek. What happened? You notice his neck and overalls are covered in a dark fluid, the same dark fluid that was leaking from the package delivered earlier. His body relaxes suddenly, and his eyes snap open again. They are cloudy and expressionless. Fluid rattles through his lungs. A drop of dark ooze falls from one of his ears and lands on the dock. It slips between the boards and disappears into the water below. What was that? A trembling head turns ever so slightly towards you. His breathing grows heavy in anger until you step backwards, leaving him standing there on the dock. Okay, guess he's not as friendly as he once was. Hopefully he didn't eat that thing. Hello, is everything okay? You don't have any strange occurrences? I don't get out a lot anymore, so I don't see much of what goes on. But I do remember the old mayor of his final days. What an awful sight it was, screaming and throwing things into the sea. Throw it back, he would cry over and over.
Begging anyone who would listen, howling it to the wind. These days, I almost feel like I understand. Oh, oh, we need one of those. Lighthouse keeper is waiting for you at the dock, looking displeased.
I saw you sailing out towards the horizon, crossing that deep expanse. Do you really think that's wise?
What's the problem?
Feels a bit like tempting fate, does it not? Things are bad enough around here without your provocations. Abruptly,
She walks away. Her eyes scan the water as she walks along the dock. Okay, well, we'll sell you. I didn't mean to sell the... Oh! I'm so mad. I cannot believe I sold the one little twisted crab. I needed that. This time we can actually sell all our stuff. And we have enough to purchase our upgrade, right, at the dry dock. Great. Additional slots configured. So now, we're looking at this. We're a little bit wider. We do have a bit more space now. Really liking that. That's pretty nice. So this requires, I think, we have bolts of cloth. At least that. And that. We need just one more piece of wood. Okay, we're gonna rest until dawn. And then we're gonna see if we can find one more plank. I just want one more plank, man. And now we should be able to toss out a couple of our lovely little crab pots. Let's just put them all random willy-nilly around here. That's all we really need. We'll dock up there. And research, we could do our pots. So we got that massive crab pot. Crabs? Would you like a crab? That's a nice sound. I don't like that. What the hell is that? Why would you do that to me? Why would you have done that? What did I do to you? I didn't do anything to you, man. That was so not cool. I didn't like that. I didn't appreciate that. How are we doing as far as... We are 2 points of damage. We have no light. Great. Yeah, I did not like that. That little guy was a speedy guy. He was like... I'm just gonna give you a little love tap. It's coming up. A little love tap. We got a lot of crab pot stuff going on over here. Okay, no we don't. Alright, let's repair everything first of all. Second of all, let's go to the dry dock. And that's gonna cost $300 ultimately, which is great. But hey, that's all taken care of now. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. I think that that's an excellent time to wrap things up. We did get everything for the upgrade. We just need to save up some money for it. And I think that's a really good time to call it there. Call it a part there. We made a lot of good progress in today's session. I think that we are finding more and more stories of the eldritch horrors that exist in these waters. And it feels like a lot of the people have conflicting viewpoints about what we should or should not be doing while we are here. Some people are very much under the impression that we should be leaving well enough alone and just be satisfied with catching fish and upgrading our rig. And others want us to uncover the secrets that are held within the islands, as well as some of the more powerful elements of these different artifacts that I'm finding. So I'm not quite sure which direction we're going to end up going in, or which direction we've already started to trail down, but I'm very eagerly anticipating finding out more about this in the near future. So hopefully you've enjoyed this additional playthrough of Dredge. And I really think we're just going to play it until completion. I don't think it's going to be every stream at this point, but I think that we're going to be playing this quite a bit in order to see where the story goes. So, if you like this video, please let me know below. Feel free to leave a comment, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like this sort of thing, because I love playing games like this. And look forward to seeing more of this on the channel real soon. But I will make sure to include a link for this below. Again, as of this recording, it is free on Game Pass. So if you like what you are seeing today and you want to explore
the deep yourself, you can find it for free on Game Pass if you have that. Okay? For now, I'll call it a part there, and we look forward to seeing more of this in the near future. Hopefully we'll talk to you soon.